Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillahilladzi hadana lihada wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadana Allah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, brothers in Islam rahimakumullah. Inshallah we continue study from the book Riyadh Saliheen written by Imam Nawawi rahimahullah. And tonight again we study chapter 55, named by Imam Nawawi Bab Fadlu Zuhdi fi Dunya wal Hathu ala Taqalluli minha wa Fadlil Faqri. Chapter about Az-Zuhd fi Dunya, about Az-Zuhd fi Dunya wal Hathu ala Taqalluli minha, and to motivate people to not to make dunya as his obsession. So only take dunya as needed. And even here Imam Nawawi named the chapter wa Fadlul Faqri, the virtue of poor. The virtue of poor. Of course this kind of hadith or chapter is important. In particular we live in this materialized world. All people day and night they struggle for this dunya. They struggle for the wealthy, they struggle for position in dunya, they struggle for everything related with dunya. So this chapter is like a reminder for us how the teaching of our Prophet Muhammad SAW related with dunya. Last week we studied some hadith. First hadith about Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah. Remember the story? So Prophet ﷺ sent Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah to Bahrain, which is a rich country at that time. Okay? Then Abu Ubaidah returned to Medina, and some people of Ansar know that Abu Ubaidah returned from Bahrain with many wealthy. So some people came to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and they in the Salat Fajr. And the Prophet ﷺ said, Adunnukum sami'atum anna Abu Ubaidah qadima bishay'in min al-Bahrain. I think you know that Abu Ubaidah came from Bahrain with some wealthy, with many wealthy. Faqalu ajal ya Rasulullah. Yes, O Prophet ﷺ. Faqala, they said yes. Then Prophet ﷺ said, Abshiru wa ammilu ma yassurukum. Okay, alhamdulillah. So be happy with this news. But then Prophet ﷺ remind the Sahaba, فَوَاللَّهِ مَا الْفَقْرَ أَخْشَى عَلَيْكُمْ. So in the name of Allah SWT, not the poor, which I'm afraid most to you. So it means for the Prophet ﷺ, to become poor is not something the most dangerous for you. Because Prophet ﷺ didn't afraid about this to happen to a Muslim. Rasul said, "Walakinni akhsha an tubsata dunya alaykum." But I'm more afraid if dunya is open to you. Kama busitat ala man kana qablakum. As dunya is open to people before you. Fatana fasuha kama tana fasuha. So when the dunya is open to you, to the people before you, then they compete for dunya. Fatahlikakum kama ahlakathum. So Prophet ﷺ afraid that if you compete for dunya, you make dunya as your obsession, then those obsession will destroy you, will make you in a miserable. As it is also happened to the people before us. So this is a reminder for our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So for a Muslim, our goal is not main dunya. Yes, we as a Muslim, of course, we didn't want that our neighbor, our Muslims, become poor. It means they didn't have something to eat. We help them, and we try to be able to help them. But this is not the main goal. And we need to remember the nasiha or warning from Prophet ﷺ that it is actually something also dangerous. Something dangerous if dunya is open. And also to remind us, to make us balance In other hadith, Prophet ﷺ said that poor condition might bring us into kufr. Poor condition might bring us into kufr. Kada al-faqra, almost the poor condition brought you to kufr. Okay? Forget about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or you disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or even you become non-Muslim. And this is happening in our society. Some Muslims, they are poor, but again, when they are poor, they forget about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so they make those things most important for them. To be able to eat, to be able to even to pay education for their children. Of course, as a Muslim, again, we study many things. That as a Muslim, we need to join together. Don't let our brothers or our sisters in that kind of position to make them sell the religion. They change religion because of this poor condition. Okay? So again, we need to be balanced here. Become poor also not a good things if this bring you to kufr. And to have dunya also not a positive thing. It doesn't mean that if you have dunya then you can proud and you become arrogant. Because Prophet ﷺ remind us the dunya might bring you to forget also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So again, for a Muslim, his path is path of zuhud. Zuhud means he didn't love this dunya, but he make dunya because he need this to do a'mal for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He takes dunya for ibadat in the path of Allah, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? We need dunya to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For instance, to build this mosque, we need money. So some people strive to get money to build mosque, to maintain mosque, and to other good things. So this is the path of a Muslim. In poor condition, rich condition, for him the path is same, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. Last time we also discussed many hadiths. Prophet ﷺ remind us that inna dunya hulwatun khadiratun wa inna Allah ta'ala mustakhlifukum fiha fayanzuru kayfa ta'malun. Prophet ﷺ, this is narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, explained that inna dunya hulwatun, that dunya is sweet. Dunya is sweet. Khadiratun is green, means attractive to you. Attractive to you. Wa inna Allah ta'ala mustakhlifukum fiha, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you this dunya and make you responsible for this dunya. I mean, give you the ability to do something in dunya. In the verse, in the ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made us as Khalifa in this dunya. Khalifa means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala trusts this dunya for us. You can do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to see you. What will you do when I give you this dunya? Okay. In the continuation, Allah Prophet ﷺ said, "Fayanzuru kaifa ta'malun." Allah watching you, how you perform dunya. This is as you want to see your children. You have daughter, for instance, then you give him some wealthy. You give him 1 month, for 1 month, 10,000 yen. You want to see how he used this 1,000 yen. Before you already teach her, if you have 1,000 yen, you better use it for something useful. Buy some book for it to be read and other thing. So you want to see how is the result of your education to your children. How is the ability of your children to maintain those wealthy. So this is also what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala done to us. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made us Khalifa, and before this verse in Surah Al-Baqarah, before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created all this dunya for us. وَالَّذِي خَلَقَ لَكُم مَا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created all the thing in this dunya for who? Human. For us, for human. To be maintained, to be used in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah watching us. فَيَنْظُرُ كَيْفَ تَعْمَلُونَ. Allah keep watching us. Alhamdulillah, every one of us have something which we can control. We have our own wealthy, so Allah will check you, what you've done with this wealthy. Even small, even big, Allah will check you. Okay? Allah will watch you. And then Prophet ﷺ remind us, "Fattaku dunya wattakun nisa," and remind us of two things. So be careful of dunya. Be careful of the attractiveness of dunya, because dunya might make you forget of akhirah. And in particular, also Prophet ﷺ remind, "Wattaku an-nisa." Be careful of an-nisa, of ladies. Because again, ladies is one of the huge fitna, one of the huge tests for Bani Adam, and for a human, is one of the huge tests. And this fitna nowadays, maybe since a long time, used by non-Muslim to destroy Muslim. Use ladies as a attractiveness to make them forget about Islam, to make them forget about the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because women is so attractive. Okay? And then Prophet ﷺ also said, also from Anas radiallahu anhu, the hadith that we read last week, "Yatba'ul mayyita thalatha." There are three things will follow mayyit, janazah, into the grave. Ahluhu wa maluhu wa amaluhu. His family, his wealthy, and his deeds, his a'mal in dunya, his action in dunya. Fayarji'u thnani. So two of these will return. Wa yabqa wahid, and one will keep with him. Okay? Yarji'u ahluhu wa maluhu wa yabqa amaluhu. So his family, his wealthy will go. And the thing with last is his deed, his a'mal. So here, how we use dunya. Dunya is the place to gather amal, because amal that will join us in the grave. You remember some hadith also related with this grave, that when we are in the grave, then for a good person, there are some handsome people will came to us, and he will serve us. He will do anything for us. Then we ask, "Who are you?" Then he answer, "What? I am your a'mal salih in dunya. I am your good deeds in dunya. I will serve you now." So again, dunya is place to gather these a'mal salih. Okay? And ahlun nar, people, bad people, they will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to return to dunya for what? Only to make one sujud. To make one sujud. They cry for this. "Oh Allah, please let us make one sujud." And now, alhamdulillah, we have opportunity to make many sujud. Many prayer that we can make. Even many dhikr that we can make. So again, this opportunity given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we need to use. We need to understand. Okay? Another hadith, so this we start with the new hadith now. Wa anhu, also from Anas bin Malik radhiyallahu anhu, qala, Anas bin Malik said that qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet sallam said, "Yu'ta bi ad'ami ahli dunya min ahli nar yawmal qiyam." So among ahlun nar, Allah will pick one person which in dunya he is the most luxurious man. He have all the thing in dunya. He is the most rich people in dunya. Picked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? He is the people who have all the glorious in dunya. Okay? Fayusbaghu fin nari. Fayusbaghu fin nar sabghatan. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dip him. So these people among ahlun nar is the richest people in dunya. He have all the good things in dunya. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dip him in the hellfire. Dip him in the hellfire. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks him, "Ya bana Adam, hal ra'aita khairan qad? Hal marra bika na'imun qad?" Then after dipped means like drowned to the hellfire, just a moment. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him, have you ever seen good things? Have you ever experienced any ni'mah, any blessing? Then this person said, فَيَقُولُ لَا وَاللَّهِ يَا رَبِّ. No, I never see any good things. So he forget all the beautiful, all the glorious, all the luxurious he have in dunya. He is the most rich people in dunya. He have all the thing in dunya. But only one dip in hellfire, everything is forget. Everything is useless. He forget everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him, then he said, La wallahi ya Rabb. No, I never seen anything. I never experienced any na'im, any blessing, any good things. And in the other way, وَيُؤْتَى بِأَشَدِّ النَّاسِ بُؤْسًا فِي الدُّنْيَا مِنْ أَهْلِ الْجَنَّةِ فَيُسْبَغُ صَبْغَةً فِي الْجَنَّةِ. And also among people of Ahlil Jannah, people of heaven, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala pick one of them, which is in dunya, he is the poorest people. He is the poorest people. He never felt any good things. He never felt the any good things. The chair that we have, he never felt the dress that we have. Although of course this is not the best dress in dunya, but he never felt any good luxurious thing in dunya. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dipped him one time in Jannah, in heaven, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him, Ya ibn Adam, hal ra'ayta bu'san qad, hal marra bika shiddatun qad. Have you ever seen bad things? Okay? Bad things? Have you ever experienced bad things? Then he also said, فَيَقُولُ لَا وَاللَّهِ مَا مَرَّ بِي بُؤْسٌ قَدْ. Never bad things happened to me. Just one dip in akhirah. وَلَا رَأَيْتُ شِدَّةً قَدْ. I never see shiddah, hardship. I never experienced any hardship. So again, this is people have a good time in dunya. One people have a good time in akhirah. So we need to make our priority right. Akhirah is more important than dunya. Never change this. Okay? We try to get dunya and change this by akhirah. So this is problem. Okay? He didn't understand the price of akhirah. The price of akhirah that he sell for dunya. Okay? And related with this, so Prophet ﷺ also said from Al-Mustawrid ibn Shaddad radiyallahu anhu qala, from the companion Al-Mustawrid ibn Shaddad, Prophet ﷺ said, "Mad dunya fil akhirah illa mithlu ma yaj'alu ahadukum usbu'ahu fil yammi falyandur bima yarji'." In the authority of Imam Muslim. So Prophet ﷺ made comparison about what is dunya compared to akhirah. Dunya compared to akhirah, Prophet ﷺ made comparison like when you put your hand into the sea and you see what one finger into the sea and you see what part of the water came from your drop of water from your finger. That's dunya. And akhirah is all the sea. Akhirah is all the sea. So no comparison. No comparison. Okay? This is akhirah. And scholars said, if we say akhirah, actually it also means the ni'mah in grave also. Start from the ni'mah in the grave and until finally in Jannah. All of these things. Okay? So again, we need to set our priority right. Akhirah is more important. Okay? As in the Quran, Allah said, "Khairun wa abqa." It's better and it is more eternal. Okay? It is better and it is more eternal. Okay? Another comparison, or said, Mithal is comparison in English?
Example, same
Sample or Mithal?
yeah, same
In a same in initials, Misal. Yeah. Prophet also gives some example or comparison. How is dunya in the view of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala think or see dunya. One time, this is hadith from Wa'an Jabir radhiyallahu anhu, companion Jabir radhiyallahu anhu, anna Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam marra bisuq wan nasu kanafatayhi. So, and people is in the side surrounding Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, walking in the souk, in the market. Famarra bijadyi asakka mayyitin. And then Prophet ﷺ passed a dead lamb. Asakka is, I will now explain. Asakka means, al-asakku means as-saghir al-udun. So the ear of this lamb is small. So this explained that this kind of lamb is not worth it. Goat or lamb? Jadyi, goat. Yeah. In the English translations, they call lamb. Mutton.
I think it's the birds.
The one with bird?
I think like your words. Yes.
Jadyi. Lamb or goat. With the udun, the ears of this lamb or goat is small. Means this is not worth it. A bad lamb. So if you want to sell this, no one will take it from you. Okay? So this is already dead, mayyit. Fatanawala, so Prophet ﷺ take it. Fa'akhada bi'udhuni, and also Prophet ﷺ took the ears. ثم قال, and Prophet ﷺ then said, أيكم يحب أن يكون هذا له بدرهم. Who wanted to buy this with 1 dirham? Who want to buy this dead goat with this character with 1 dirham? فقالوا, and then people say, ما نحب أنه لنا بشيء وما نصنع به. We don't want to buy this lamb with anything. وما نصنع به. What will we do with this kind of lamb? ثم قال, Rasulullah even said, ثم قال أتحبون أنه لكم. Do you want if I just give you? You don't have to buy this. I will give you this dead goat. Okay? قالوا, then people also said, والله لو كان حيا كان عيبا إنه أسك فكيف وهو ميت. Even the people said, Wallahi, in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if this goat is still alive, it is aibun, aiban. This is aiban, aib. Aib means embarrassing. It is embarrassing for us to have this kind of goat, even it is alive. Okay? فَكَيْفَ وَهُوَ مَيْتٌ. And now he's dead. So really no price for this goat. فَقَالَ, the Prophet ﷺ said, so this explained to us how the price of this dead goat. No price. No one want this. Even to be given, no one wanted this goat. Then Prophet ﷺ said, فَوَاللَّهِ, said the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لَدُّنْيَا أَهْوَنُ عَلَى اللَّهِ مِنْ هَذَا عَلَيْكُمْ. Rawahu Muslim. So in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, truly, dunya is lower for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala compared to this dead lamb for you. So in dunya, even people didn't want this dead lamb. Prophet ﷺ said, فَوَاللَّهِ لَدُّنْيَا أَهْوَنُ عَلَى اللَّهِ مِنْ هَذَا عَلَيْكُمْ. Dunya is more lower for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as this dead gold for you. Inshallah, this again stress how dunya in the for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So now we can try to understand. Imagine that you see that goat. Do you want to take this? How do you feel about that goat?
I think the meaning of hadith that this dunya is worthless or more worthless than this dead goat.
Yes. Dunya is worthless. Okay?
Yeah.
More worthless than this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Compared to, because Allah said ahwanu ala Allah. So more lower. I mean no price.
الدنيا أهون
Worthless.
عليكم
Ahwanu ala Allahi
والله من هذا الجد.
min hada alaykum. So
So
how
dunya is
you
worthless than this dead
yes.
goat.
You think that this dead goat is worthless? So Allah SWT think dunya is more worthless.
Yes.
Compare how you think this.
In the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah, in the sight of Allah subhanallah. So again, scholars also explain, if we see the situation now, how Allah SWT give dunya to people which do shirk to Allah SWT. This is also so how Allah, for Allah, dunya is not important. Allah give this to all the people, whether they are Ahlul Tawheed or non-Ahlul Tawheed, a Muslim or non-Muslim, also give all this dunya to them. Okay? Because again, dunya for Allah SWT is ahwanu ala Allahi min hada alaykum. Priceless, worthless. Okay? Even more worthless compared to this dead lamp. Okay? So this again need these words of Prophet Sallam. We need to think about this. This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how dunya in the side of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So how is our condition if we live day and life just for this dunya, just to achieve something which is the price in the side of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is like this. Okay? So again, we need to set our goal rightly. To set our goal rightly. Again, it doesn't mean we didn't do anything in dunya. If we didn't do any work in dunya, we do it, but the intention should be good. Intention should be lillahi ta'ala, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as we mentioned before. Okay? To do amal saleh, we need dunya. Means dunya is just something we use to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we didn't attach to dunya. We didn't attach to dunya. Okay. Another hadith Prophet Sallam explained here, quoted by Imam Nawawi again here, an Abi Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu, from the companion Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, qala, Prophet Sallam said, "Law kana li mithlu Uhudin dhahaban," if I have a gold like Uhud. Uhud is so big. Which one bigger, Uhud or Fuji mountain? I never been to Uhud. It's so big, and all of this is that gold. If I have gold as big as Uhud, لسرني ألا يمر علي ثلاث ليال وعندي منه شيء إلا شيء أرسله لديني. So I didn't want to pass 3 days, ثلاث ليال, 3 days or 3 nights, وعندي منه شيء, and I still have part of that gold. Only 3 days. Prophet want to spend all of those gold, except something he need to pay the debt. he need to pay the debt. So Prophet ﷺ wanted to spend. Prophet ﷺ didn't want to think about this gold. Okay? Prophet ﷺ want to spend this. And of course, if Prophet ﷺ spend, then this is for in a good thing. Okay? So again, this kind of hadith we mentioned how dunya is in the side of also our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Before it's in the side of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dunya is more worthless even compared to the dead goat or the dead lamb. But now, how is dunya in the side of our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ? Prophet ﷺ said, "Lau kana li mithlu Uhudin dhahaban," if I have gold as big as Uhud, so big, so huge, la sarrani alla yamurra alayya thalathu layalin wa indi minhu shay'un illa shay'un ursiluhu lidainin. So I didn't want to pass 3 days and I still have part of those gold. Means I want to spend all of this. I want to spend all of this. And the maximum is 3 days only. 3 days only. Okay? Except some part that Prophet ﷺ need to use to pay the debt. Okay? This hadith muttafaqun alayh. So this again showed us how Prophet ﷺ afraid to retain or to keep some part of the dunya. Okay? Again, the main is maybe not to attach or to love to this dunya, not to attach or to love this dunya. This also happened to Sahaba. If they have something, the companion, if they have something, and those things make them forget to amal saleh. Okay? One companion, they have some land, beautiful garden, and because of this garden, he forget. He late. He's not forget. He late to pray asar. Then he sell this. He sell this because this just bring him forget about akhirah. Okay. The next hadith, وعنه, also from Abu Hurairah, قال, Abu Hurairah said, قال Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet ﷺ said, انظروا إلى من هو أسفل منكم ولا تنظروا إلى من هو فوقكم. So Prophet ﷺ told us how to do in this dunya, to see our environment. Prophet ﷺ said, انظروا إلى من هو أسفل منكم. Look to people which lower to you in term of dunya. So if you have one car, alhamdulillah. Some people only use bicycle. If you have one bicycle, alhamdulillah. Some people just walking. If you walk, alhamdulillah. Some people cannot do even walk. Okay? And that's how Prophet ﷺ said, Unduru ila man huwa asfala minkum. See people which is lower than you in term of dunya. Wala tanduru ila man huwa fawqakum. And do not see someone which is beyond you, beyond you, better than you in term of dunya. فَهُوَ أَجْدَرُ أَلَّا تَزْدَرُ نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ. Because by this way, that it is easier for us not to underestimate the ni'mah or the blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we do the other way, then we will underestimate the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we see the one above us related with dunya, then we will underestimate the blessing which is given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? We have car, but then we think, oh, my friends have better car, or my friend have more car. We have home, then we think, oh, my friend have bigger home, more beautiful home, and other things. If we always do this kind of way of thinking, then we will underestimate the ni'mah or blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we are always in a bad condition, not in a good condition. Okay? Not in a good condition. So this is the way Prophet ﷺ told us to view dunya. See people below us related with dunya. Related with dunya, why? Because in other hadith, Imam Nawawi also quoted, وَفِي رِوَايَةِ al-Bukhari, so the previous is riwayah of Imam Muslim, the hadith in the riwayat of Imam Bukhari said, إِذَا نَظَرَ أَحَدُكُمْ إِلَى مَنْ فُضِّلَ عَلَيْكُمْ فِي الْمَالِ وَالْخَلْقِ فَلْيَنْظُرْ إِلَى مَنْ هُوَ أَسْفَلَ مِنْهُ. So if you want to see someone in term of mal wal khalqi, in term of wealthy, and also khalqi mean appearance, his appearance, then you should see man huwa asfala minhu. Then you should see the one which is lower than you. Because this kind of thing, again, ajdaru alla tazdaru ni'matallahi alaykum. It make you easier not to underestimate the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, to underestimate the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is mostly our problem. It's not to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the blessing that we have. The blessing that we have. And actually, if you read in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Surah Al-A'raf, verse 69, in the end of this surah, Allah said, وَذْكُرُوا آلَاءَ اللَّهِ. Remember the blessing given by Allah to you. This is the recipe. Recipe for what? Allah said, لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. So that you can have glorious, the way, the recipe from Allah is, وَذْكُرُوا آلَاءَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ. Remember the blessing which given by Allah to you. Thank to Allah for all this blessing. Okay? So this is the strategy. If you want to have success in dunya and akhirah, Allah said, وَذْكُرُوا آلَاءَ اللَّهِ. Remember the blessing which given by Allah. If you want to act, then start with this blessing. Start with this blessing. Because if we start with something that we didn't have, then we never do anything. We just said, oh, if I have car, maybe I can start a good business. But he never started business because he didn't have car. He said, if I have huge money, then I will start this business. Then he never moved because he always think, if I have. He forget Allah already give him something, and he can start from there. And if we thank Allah, we know some ustads say the math of shukr. The math of shukr. In the Surah Ibrahim, Allah said, لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you thank to Allah then I will add to you. Allah will add those blessings. So start from that blessing, and you do something with this blessing as thank to Allah then Allah will add this. And this is inshallah how the thing grow, start from the something which given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the recipe to be success in dunya and akhirah. وَذْكُرُوا آلَاءَ اللَّهِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. So that you can have success in dunya and akhirah. Al-falah, this means save from the something that we to gain something that we want, and to save from something that we are afraid for. This is al-falah. Okay, so this hadith from Abu Hurairah teach us how to see dunya, how to make us remember about dunya.
The word تزدروا حتى لا تزدروا نعمة الله عليكم. Maybe the closest meaning is to mock.
To mock is to...
Like example, ازدراء الأديان.
Mock mean to forget?
No, to mock somebody or some people, or to mock even the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is this? This is nothing. I don't need.
Tazdaru.
Smoking, to mock some people. Like they used to always mock Islam and Muslims. Insult.
Perfect.
Like
Ajdaru alla tazdaru. Even tazdaru means to...
maybe insult also. To insult.
Although read some Shara, the scholar explained it. Tasdara means to
underestimate.
that's something like understand.
Underestimate is still
Izdiraj.
no, it is still I think still acceptable maybe.
So this even
compared to inside or to no. This is more dangerous.
Alhamdulillah.
Underestimate, of course not good, but it is still less evil.
Sure. So maybe the point is to make us forget to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and even Brother Fi said even we mock Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for didn't give us something, and this also happens sometimes.
Not
People
insult.
through insult.
It means both.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. So again, Islam, Prophet ﷺ told us to see in this way. Related with dunya, then see someone below you. Don't see someone upper you. Okay? This quite different with something teach in the television. Because television teach us to see rich people tend to become like them. Okay? That's why we need to read hadith, we need to study Quran, and don't study only from television, because television teach us sometimes and many times the other ways. Okay? Another hadith, Prophet ﷺ told us, maybe this is the last hadith before, also from Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu. Prophet ﷺ said, "Ad-dunya sijnul mu'min wa jannatul kafir." Rawahu Muslim. Prophet ﷺ said that this dunya sijnul mu'min is the prison of a mu'min, wa jannatul kafir, and the heaven of kafir. The heaven of kafir. To understand the meaning of this, maybe we take advantage lessons from the story of Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani rahimahullah. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani is a high, he's qadi, what is known, judge at his time. So he is a good level person, high level person. Every day he goes to his office using a good, maybe nowadays like good car, using this good car, and he is a noble Muslim, alhamdulillah. He's scholars. So one day,
Horse?
Yeah,
Maybe you used to
horse, but not horse, using the
cart?
not taken by horse, something
Yes.
ride by a horse. Okay. Nowadays maybe a good cars. So every day Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani goes to his office like this, and he is a good Muslim. He is a scholar. He writes books, many books, and so the Jews, Yahud, knows about this, and Yahud also he knows this hadith. This Yahud, poor Yahudi, poor Jews, knows about this hadith. So one day he stopped Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani in his way to the office. He is poor and he is selling oil in the Sirah. He is selling oil. Poor Yahudi, how to say it in English? Jews, poor Jew. He is selling oil. He stopped Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani in his way to the office, and he said to Ibn Hajar, he read this hadith. He said, "Your prophet is lying, because your prophet said, وَلِيَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ, because your prophet said, ad-dunya sijnul muslim, dunya is prison for a Muslim, wal jannatul al-kafir, and heaven for kafir. But no, you are in a good condition, I'm in this kind of condition. I'm poor people and you're rich. Why? Your prophet said the other way." Then Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani said, I don't remember which one, but Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani said, "My condition like this, compared to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised, in promise for a good Muslim, in Akhirah, it's like a prison. It's like a prison. Because in Akhirah, in Jannah, there are no haram. There are no haram. So we don't need to see the halal food. Everything is halal in Akhirah. So my condition in this, even he's rich at that time, compared to akhirah, it's like prison. But somehow, any rich Muslim, that he still have some rules. He should never eat pork, for instance. He never drink khamr, even he have the money. So again, somehow dunya is like prison for him. And then Ibn Hajar said, and you, in this poor condition, compared to what will you have in akhirah, this is heaven for you. So enjoy this. This is heaven for you. So this is really good explanation from Ibn Hajar. And what is the next? So this Jew and said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu. So again, this is the virtue of knowledge. The virtue of knowledge of Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani. Because of his understanding about the hadith, understanding about the condition, about the al-fahmu about the condition, the understanding, Ibn Hajar able to explain in a good way to these Jews. Okay? And so this is also the meaning of the hadith. Dunya is sijnul mu'min. Because again, however we become rich, we still abide to some rules. How much you become rich people, for instance, you still only have 4 wives. You cannot have more. You cannot drink khamr, even you have millions of yen. You cannot drink khamr, which you can buy in 7-Eleven. Small khamr. But for a rich Muslim, he didn't want. Even he think Allah SWT told him not to drink. Even he wanted, but he know Allah SWT didn't want. So it's like a prison. But for kuffar, it's free. It's free. They do anything they want. Okay? But bad things waiting for them in akhirah. What you will do? Okay, so again, there are still many verses. Maybe many hadiths. Last hadith from this hadith, which also motivate us to do amal, to do action. Anhu, an Ibn Umar, from Ibn Umar, son of Umar radiallahu anhuma, qala, Ibn Umar said, akhada Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam biman kibayya. Prophet sallam take my shoulder, and then said, faqal, man kibayya. Question. Ila man kibayya. Biman kibayya. Biman kibayya. Faqala, and he said to Prophet sallam, to Ibn Umar, kun fi dunya ka'annaka gharibun aw abiru sabil. Be in dunya like a gharib, like a strangers, or abiru sabil, a travelers. Abiru sabil, someone who just passed away. So be in dunya like those people, strangers or abiru sabil, strangers or abiru sabil, who didn't think to stay there forever. Okay? If you see strangers in one town, he never think that he will stay there forever. Then he prepare for his travel, for his next travel. He make preparation. That's why, related with this, Kana Ibn Umar, also quoted by Imam Nawawi here, Kana Ibn Umar said, radiallahu anhuma, said, Ida amsayta fala tantadhir as-sabah. If you are in the night time or in the evening time, fala tantadhir as-sabah. Do not wait for the next morning to do a'mal. So do not wait for the next morning to do a'mal salih, to do good deeds. Do when you have time. Okay? Do when you have time. Wa idha asbahta fala tantadhir al-masa. And if you're in the morning time, do not wait until the evening to do a'mal salih. Wa khudh min sihatika li maradika. To take the opportunity of your healthy condition before you're getting sick. So take advantage from it. Use this to do a'mal salih. Wa min hayatika li mautika. And take advantage, take the opportunity of your life before you are dead. Okay? So this Prophet ﷺ told Ibn Umar, kun fi dunya ka'annaka gharibun aw abiru sabil. So be in dunya as you are strangers Okay? You will not be in dunya forever. Okay? We all will go to the next world, akhirah, and we need to prepare for this. Okay? Like the travelers, he prepare for the next step. Okay? To the next goal. Okay, maybe that's we stop here. Hopefully motivate us not to love dunya for dunya itself, but dunya is the opportunity to do amal saleh. Dunya is the opportunity which given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do amal saleh. Even Islam didn't teach us to throw dunya. Islam is not that kind of religion. We are taught to use dunya in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Use dunya in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because this is amanah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us. Okay? Amanah, and we need to use it in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hopefully Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to become His Khalifa in this dunya, to use His amanah in a good way, in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.